guys to the channel, Grand Theft Auto 5 FiveM. We are back today with a special anticipated episode. If you guys are already subscribed to Goosiest, you already know that this episode is already dropped on his channel. If you guys have missed it, I will leave his links found down below in the description box, as well as Depzi was in this server. We had a special kind of dual collab that he set up here on this private server on Fantasy Drift, so huge thank you to Goosiest for setting this all up. I finally caught his name. It was starting to glitch out on the screen. Not exactly too sure why. Saw Depzi off in the background. He's glitching out, just trying to get everything steady. It was awesome to finally get into the same server as Goosiest. I've been following his channel now for quite some time, and he's been doing extremely well. Right? He's been doing a lot of Car X drift racing, a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5, and he's been putting out some quality content for you guys. And you know, his numbers don't lie out there, so huge thank you for Goosiest for coming around and driving around a little bit with me for today. We got Depzi also in here. If you guys are not already subscribed to Depzi, make sure you guys go ahead and do so. We've been doing quite a bit of RP together as well too on Redline, so we're going to be doing some more episodes on that. Maybe even getting Goosiest in there. Who knows what could potentially happen on there. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been blown up all over Twitch. You guys have been seeing with the FiveM. We had Soldier Boy 30-second freestyle in the studio. Maybe we'll get Amir back in here, right? That'd be pretty cool to do. But it just feels like everybody's playing. I even seen Rice Gum on Twitch playing FiveM. It's been pretty cool to see the growth in the FiveM community and, you know, just Grand Theft Auto 5 in general. I mean, the game is so old, but it's still being played by so many people out there. The game was just built properly by Rockstar, right? They definitely do big things, you know. It's a wait to get the next one sometimes, but when we do, though, the game's life cycle is just extremely huge. It's absolutely crazy. Now, for today's session, though, I did have the Thrustmaster TSXW out. We had the full Sparco handbrake, sequential gearbox setup as well, too. I've been using that quite a bit lately, and I've been really enjoying it, right? Thrustmaster sent me both of those out last month, and, you know, I haven't really popped in the TH8A for a few. I've been just really enjoying that dual setup that we have. I did host my open lobby on Forza 7. I used it there, and it's been cool just to kind of, you know, quickly in and out of gears, almost like a Formula Drift driver out there, right? I'm feeling good as I drive. It's fast, it's easy, right? I mean, as fun as the setup is, the game is still hard as hell. I mean, FiveM on a wheel is no joke. I mean, especially if you're still trying to dial in settings, you're not getting them proper. I did find that the cars do handle a little bit differently, so it was harder sometimes to get, you know, say one car dialed in than another car. And, you know, I found that the R34 was a good balance. I do end up switching it here pretty soon, I do believe, and I just felt that the JZX was just a way better car than the R34 was. If you guys have a favorite car, leave it in the comment section down below. But it was really cool, though, also to see Goosiest on his wheel on his video. I will post some of his footage up here, but he had his whole wheel setup going as well, too, and we had Depzi on a controller. He said his wheel just wasn't working for that day. So we're going to be getting all three of us, hopefully, on a wheel session together, maybe get a wheel cam session going, and I think that would be pretty cool to see everybody on wheels on FiveM. Right, I mean, like I said, extremely tough to do, though, but very satisfying and fun once you get the controls and once you hit those proper corners. We ended up kind of just screwing around on this track first. It was just kind of a warm-up track, and then we moved in to Derip Hill, and so after a few practice laps, after a few lag outs, which was very common on this server, we were kind of struggling to all kind of get in here together and just, you know, stay in here. FiveM servers are always kind of finicky sometimes, so it is hard. Goosiest and Depzi for the first time in one screen out here. Thankfully, we kind of got a somewhat drift in there with them. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy, mind you, we're not on his door yet, but this was probably my favorite run of the night here. This was me passing Goosiest. He actually seen this on his video, and we ended up holding it here to grab a little bit of quarter on there with Depzi. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. We didn't hold a full reverse entry, but the fact that I held that on Grand Theft Auto, I mean, I'm happy with myself on that one, right? I was feeling good. I was feeling confident about it, and then I think, yeah, right, the confidence just took over the wheel, and we ended up kind of making some small mistakes after a little bit, but, I mean, right, see? Car liked to understeer a little bit. That was the biggest thing. You had to fully commit to the turns and really just swing it around. And if you didn't, then, oh, yeah, see, the wheels were in the way, man. I didn't hit those wheels. I just seen that. I thought that I actually hit them, but the car in front of me pulled them out in front of the street there, so that's not my problem. Of course, so before we get any further into this episode, dad joke of the day here coming from drifting last episode, and he goes, what is the average grade level for fish below sea level? Right? Okay, man. Huge thanks for watching. Leave your dad jokes down below. Always appreciate going through those. Now, the biggest problem though with GTA 5 usually is the lag in these servers. You really do fight for just making sure that you're not making too much contact. I don't even think I touched them on my screen, but it did spin him out into a 360. So that was right. It's a little bit challenging, a little bit frustrating sometimes, but you just got to make sure you're staying far enough back, right? That's the biggest thing I see a lot of times. I didn't hit you on my screen. Well, then stay back a little bit, right? Give me some space out there. I definitely appreciate it. We had Goosiest riding shotgun here with the JZX, putting the pressure on me, man. I hated that, right? As soon as he got in my car, I felt instantly I had the pressure, and obviously, look at this, yep. The pressure got to me, man. Right, I cooked myself. We did hop on Direct Hill pretty quick, thankfully, to get off of that mess, and this is where I really shine. I feel like this is where I feel a little bit more at home. I know this track. I know where I need to be on my clipping points, and just a little bit of an easier track to throw out the car and toss it, right? I mean, compared to a few other ones here. The speed, though, from 4th to 5th gear was insane. You can see me going from like 120 to 150. I can't control that. This car's on stock. I didn't upgrade anything, I don't think. So it's basically, you know, I just run what I run out here, and just seems like it's just extremely fast. We had Goosiest going off-road a little bit up there. Just a huge thank you, though, once again, for that man coming out here and drifting with us, right? It's always fun to see some new faces out here. Hopefully we get some more content collabs with him. It's been really cool to see just an up-and-comer in these last few years just killing it. Exactly too sure how long Goosiest channels has been going on for, but you know, his content numbers don't lie, like I said, and he's been putting out some banger episodes out there, so definitely go ahead and subscribe if you guys are brand new to his channel. Now also too, speaking of new, we actually have a brand new F1 show coming out, I think on Friday or Thursday, called The Drive to Survive. Now, I was on Netflix right before I was passing out the other night, and I noticed that season 1 and 2 are already on Netflix, and I binge watched a couple of them. I've been really enjoying the show. If you guys have not seen it, it's almost like a documentary style for every single race that they're doing, and it's been pretty interesting. As someone who doesn't really follow F1 too much, it's been cool to kind of just refresh and it just happened, and then moving forward, this may push me into that F1 range and, you know, make me want to watch a little bit more F1 content. Little car meet. Goosiest came by, checked out the car. We had Patrick stop by as well too. We had Baby Bunny Yoda, I don't know what the hell that is right there, but we had a couple people stop by, pop some hoods. The big thing though moving forward for this week is I want to get some VR content down on the channel. I used to do a lot of VR content back in the day, and ever since I moved my rig all the way from upstairs to the basement, I haven't really set everything back up again to get the VR up and running. So there's a lot of games that I want to play, a lot of action, a lot of shooters that I think you guys would really enjoy. On top of the car content for Assetto Corsa, for Gran Turismo, stuff like that as well too. So I know there's going to be a lot of VR content moving forward on these new game releases. So I definitely would like to be able to showcase that for you guys moving forward. If there's any games in VR that you would like to see, let me know in the comment section down below. And I'm also going to be working on some Beam NG Drive Online. I've been playing that recently the last few days. It's been getting pretty fun. I've been just trying to, you know, dial everything in, understanding what I'm doing before I actually do a full episode for you guys. But it's pretty crazy, man. You can just kind of go in there, pick any car you want. You can be a police officer if you want, just, you know, run people off the road. You still have all your buttons like you would on normal. It's been a refreshing experience on Beam NG. Right? I'm definitely going to be revisiting that on the channel extremely soon. We were actually drifting with UK Drifter the first time on the online servers, and I think a lot has changed since then. So I'd like to get the wheel out, maybe try to get some tandems once again, dial that all in, but there's a lot to figure out on the wheel sometimes, especially on these other games where they allow for so much extra tuning, and that's really where the problem comes in. I've actually recorded this episode 2 times today, so hopefully this will be the final version that I can actually push out. The last time I did it, my Elgato decided to chop it up to 25 different audio components, and it just was me repeating myself for like 10 minutes. It was the weirdest thing, stupidest thing. Maybe you want to just delete the whole thing, right? Very close not to, man. Let me know your thoughts down below, hence my Error 404 Twitter post that I posted up today. Just rough day today, man. Rough day. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your weekend, how it's going, and if you guys ended up watching the UFC fights last night. I heard they went pretty quickly, man. Finger to the eye for the main event. Definitely does not sound like my type of main event, right? Let me know your thoughts down below. With our first dual collab with Goosiest, getting to drift with him for the first time. Definitely enjoyed it. Hopefully we're going to be back with some more content, maybe on some CarX, doing some open lobbies and stuff like that. Would definitely be down to get more involved with his lobbies, because he does have some really good stuff. Right? Any news, any moves that we're going to be doing, that'll all be linked down there. And let me know what you want to see most on the channel moving forward for this week. We're on the uphill right now. If you guys have not seen, we're on a big uphill, so I'm trying to push this up here right now. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.